Hello, welcome to Munro Live. My name is Mike Kaysen. I'm a senior electrical engineer here at Munro Associates. And today we're actually going to talk about robot hands. The humanoid robotic space is become pretty expansive, and a lot of new companies are starting to show their product here. And when you think about humanoid robots, a lot of people think the complication in there might be in the sensors or the main processor of the robots. But if you look at your hand, it's probably one of the most complex part of the robot. So that's why we are choosing to look at hands first, to explore how they're being made, what the movements are, and the specifications, and all the companies involved in making these hands. So we'll step through how these hands work, what the features are, and kind of go through a demo of how they work. So what we have here is we have a hand made by Inspire Robotics. This actually is the Inspire RH56DFQ hand. It has 6 degrees of movement. And so that means basically it moves 6 different ways. And so this is the robot hand that we're actually going to tear down and take a look at how they're made. So before we get into that though, let's do a little explanation of what all that means. So I have a really cheap 3D printed hand here. It's so ignore the quality, but there are a lot of different ways you can make these fingers move, right? And so the simplest way is to put 2 basically ropes or cables or ligaments on your fingers, and basically you just pull it back and forth, and that makes that hand move. This is a really cheap way, and probably not what you're going to find in the commercial version, but a lot of hobbyists will do it this way for price, but it's one way of doing it. To go off that same thing is you can put a spring in your finger on one side, and you only have one hand that moves that finger, and that creates that movement. Now, when we talk about degrees of movement, what we're basically mean is how many ways it can move. So a degree of movement 1 would be this. This can only move one way back and forth. That's 1 degree of movement. If I had a robot hand, it could take the fingers and individually move it this way. That would be another degree of movement. So when I say 6 degrees of movement on this hand, it only means that these hands can only move 6 different ways. So it'd be the 5 fingers, and then the thumb can articulate back and forth. If you look at this hand, you can definitely move it when it's not actuated. So this actually has an actuator in here that pushes this finger forward, causes the curl, and that's how it moves. So we'll do a little demo on the software to show you some movements and some features this hand has. All right. All right, so the software that comes with it is a test software, and they have some preloaded commands, and we'll run a couple through here. If we run it, I give you the OK sign. I can make it do there is, I believe, where it flicks the finger at you. I think it's not that one. One of these. And then we can do a fist. There's a fist. So I can control these individually as well. Let me open this hand back up. And then I don't know if you want to view the software here, but we'll show you the sensors that we have. So I can turn this around. Let me close this. All right, so there are some sensors on the hand. So if I touch the finger, you can see that bar go up. So it is detecting some input on the fingers. I can go all the way through and do this. There are some hands that will have tactile sensors on the fingers that will detect that movement, but this actually does a different way. There is no sensors on the finger. There is actually a pressure sensor on the bottom of the actuator that's detecting this movement. So if I actually separated this from the actuator and do that movement, you won't see any movement at all. It has to be connected to the actuator for that sensor to happen. And then of course we control each individual finger through the software just by moving that up like that. And then I have my thumb that go back and forth. And this could be hooked up to, so these companies can make these hands, not necessarily the whole robot. They make just the hands itself. I can buy this hand, put it on other robots, program it in C, Python, and be able to use that robot. It has to be compatible with the robot, but they do sell these hands. This hand is actually around 10 grand. It is actually on the lower end of the hands. This is one of the cheaper versions you can buy. The more degrees of movement you have, the more expensive it becomes. I think there's a hand called the Sharper Wave, which is around probably about $100,000 that has like 26 degrees of movement. It has sensors in every finger. I believe it even has cameras in the fingers as well. And so that is probably one of the more expensive hands, all the way down to this one right here. We can take this cover off. Normally screwed on, but I have it unscrewed. So we can see, leave that off, the actuators. So how this works is very simple. These are micro-linear actuators. And if I move, you can see it's just basically a piston that goes back and forth. That's all there is to it. They do have a spring in the top hand that keeps it from springing back. It's located from here to here. So when this moves, and it goes back, and it springs back. The sensor down here at the bottom, that's what causes that hand to go up, is when you press on it. You'll see it go up like there. That sensor is down here at the bottom. So they kind of cheat. A lot of people think there is actually a sensor in the fingertips. It really is down at the bottom of the actuator. And then you have the same kind of actuators on the thumb that I can't take off yet, but in here as well, and they have one here to move it back and forth. And then in the hand itself, you can control it by the cable I have here, or you can attach it to the robot and use it through the connections there. All right, so when we took it apart, this fell off. This basically is a spacer that helps keep these pressure sensors aligned. It just snaps in there like that, and you'll see that it keeps these pretty snug. All right, so this hand is capable of, at least this model, is capable of doing about 4 newtons on the fingers and 6 newtons on the thumb. There are other models that will make that go up to, I think, 6 and 12, if I remember right. But this is the lower end of the hand, so the gripping power is not as strong, which means it can grip things, but it probably couldn't hold on very well if somebody hits it. As you can see, there are a lot of different companies trying to make these hands. They are independent. And you go buy this is the cheaper one. They decided to do this little miniature micro actuator for this. Some will actually use gears, some will use motors for each one of these joints to have individual movement. I think I said already this is 6 degrees of movement. The more expensive hands can go up to 25, 26 degrees of movement. If you look at your fingers or your hands, right, I can move my hands this way, this can't do that. So that's another degree of movement you would have to make this hand more look like your hand. Okay, so we will be taking this hand apart, tearing it down, and doing a complete teardown of this hand. We also have plans of doing a robot teardown. So we'll have more of these series coming along, so stay tuned, more to come. Thank you.